What is up, team? Chuck with Traders War Room. I'm back at you with another video. Listen, this is your Sunday Motivator, and I got a fantastic video for you. But what I need you to do is hit that like, share, and subscribe button, and I need you to come along with us on the journey. Check the description tab out. Tons of tools and tidbits right there at your fingertips to make you a more successful trader. The goal has always and will always be to be better prepared today than we were yesterday, and we're doing that as a team of like-minded investors. Now, if that sounds good to you and you're ready to rock it with us, then all I got to say to you is follow me and let's go to war. Before we get started, Traders War Room wants to highlight one of our sponsors, Maximus Global Incorporated. They sell a product called black garlic, and black garlic has been shown to give wondrous health and wellness results all across the world on various different type of ailments that affect human beings all over the place. As with anything new, it is speculative in nature. It still hasn't been approved by FDA, but it has a lot of steam behind it, and the results and the people that use this are fantastic to hear the success stories. So definitely, if you're interested in it, you want to check it out, go to the website right there, use the code, and check out the stuff that's in store. Tons of things, the black garlics, essential oils, and other things like that that could prove to be a fountain of youth for not only your healthy body, but your wellness overall. So check it out today. Don't forget to go to traderswarroom.com, the one-stop shop hub for everything Traders War Room product and service related. Click buttons right there. You can buy most of our products and services right from the website. And if you have a question, you can always contact support and we will get back to you within 24 hours. So come check us out today, traderswarroom.com. And don't forget our flagship, the Traders War Room Discord, a true one-stop shop for all investors and traders, like-minded people right here in one place. Definitely worth your time to come check us out. We got the real-time buy and sell alerts. We got free and paid services. We're talking options, stocks, futures, crypto, Forex, live trading, Zoom classes, one-on-one mentoring, you name it, we got it. Truly something there, and we're making improvements all over the place. In fact, let's take a look to see what kind of stuff we got in our Discord right now. Now, telling you guys about it doesn't do justice. Let's take a look at what we got. We got tons of resources here. A lot of announcement tabs, a lot of free resources. We got our team right there, upgrades, giveaways. We got free member resources, glossary of terms, analyst ratings, earnings reports. We got Zoom classes, but the 3.0 is our bread and butter right now. All the live on demand trading, the quant data, the AI bot, that's the algorithm trading signals, and then we got our analysts, okay? Real buy and sell alerts from all the popular people. Options, day trades, swing trades, you name it. We got leaps. We're talking crypto, regular stocks. It's truly something for every type of person and trader out here. Come check us out today. You won't be disappointed. Need a little bit of one-on-one time to refine a particular strategy or skill, or maybe create a new one because something hasn't been working right? Come check us out on our Traders War Room one-to-one mentoring session. You can book right on the website, and we will contact you, come together with a date and time that works for both parties, and we'll execute it, and you get to keep the recording. And most of you guys know about our classes already. We got the upcoming classes and we got the historical classes. Upcoming classes, you book right on the website. You get your registration link. You get your seat, and we execute it just like we did with the live class today, and you get the recording at the end of the day. Historical classes, hey man, we got tons of them, and you can buy them right from the website and view them 24/7 right from traderswarroom.com. Check them out today and see what we got. We'll go over our upcoming classes and Traders War Room promotions at the end of the video, but let's get into some real stuff right now. The Buzz Report, what's hot and what's not in the stock market. Let's get it. You all know how our markets closed on Friday, man. It was not a good day. It was blood in the streets, and the last part of the week did not do very well at all. So we hope for a big push going into this week. Here's another representation of how the market closed on Friday. Now, you would think puts would be making some money, but even puts weren't making money because it was slow drips. That theta was kicking in at the contracts, okay? So definitely, we're looking for a bullish market this week. We want some pops, we want some drops, and we want some locks, okay? We want to lock in that cash, secure profit, and go to the promised land this week. So let's get it. Sector performance was weak. Consumer discretionary was the worst one, and utilities was the best one, and everything was red. So we're looking for some bounces. We're paying attention to healthcare and materials and financials index because they've been beat up here recently, and we're looking for that reversal. So we're paying attention to those hard this week. Total premium, calls versus puts, kind of 50-50 on the big block type of businesses. We got money coming in, but we also got money flowing out. So it'll be interesting to see how the bell opens because we'll take a look at futures, and futures are kind of giving us a little bullish look. Now remember, futures are just a glimpse into what could be, not what will be. We don't use this as gospel. This is just to get a plan and a strategy in motion so that we can execute. And here's a lot of the tickers. A lot of these are things that I haven't seen before. And a lot of this, when I went and researched these tickers, some of them are over-the-counter stuff. So I don't know about you. I don't trade many over-the-counter trades, but it might be an opportunity to get in some of these cheap penny stocks that are over-the-counter and make some money on some runs. However, pay attention to some of these. There's a lot of ETFs on here, and there's a lot of different type of tickers that are trending right now. So definitely some moves to be made, but we'll have to see what happens when the bell rings on Wall Street. Top story, shares up as oil slips on hopes for Ukraine talks. All right. Asian shares advance and oil slipped on Monday in hopes of progression of Russian-Ukraine peace talks, even as fighting raged on, while bond markets brace for the rate rises in the United States and the UK this week. So we're paying attention to that. So we're looking for a little pullback on oil potentially, and hopefully some of our other sectors in the SPY will get a nice little bounce that they desperately need. China ZTE headed to court over possible U.S. probation violations. So lawyers for the ZTE Corporation have been summoned by U.S. federal courts in Texas on Monday for a hearing over whether the Chinese telecommunications equipment maker violated probation in connection with an alleged conspiracy to commit visa fraud. Now, this is just another thing on Chinese stocks that have been wreaking havoc on their economy here recently. So we're definitely paying attention to them, and we still see some downtrending happening in the Chinese sectors. And finally, Ukraine president calls on software giants to stop supporting their products in Russia. So Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky on Sunday, called on U.S. software firms Microsoft and Oracle and German business software group SAP to halt support services for their products in Russia. So we're definitely paying attention to Microsoft and Oracle this week, since they were highlighted in this particular request from the Ukrainian president. All right, and here's the most anticipated earnings for the week starting on March 14th. Let's go ahead and look at a couple of the charts that got my attention. So one of the charts that I'm really interested in is DCGO. Now, this is DocuGo. So I'm assuming that this is, kind of a software document type of company. And I did a little bit of research on it, not much. But at the levels that I'm looking at it, I'm thinking that they do fairly well moving into earnings. I don't necessarily think that holding through earnings is good, especially on something that I don't know. But I'm looking for a little bit of run up because they have room to grow, and they also can dip down a little bit as well. But at these current levels, I see they got more upside, so I'm bullish on this one moving forward, and I'm hoping to see them probably get some volume and a pop going into earnings. Another one that has my interest is SFT, okay, Swift. Now, I normally don't go for these cheaper penny stocks, at least this cheap, but this one has my interest because it is starting to trend pretty hard. And this thing could definitely pop easily. I could see it could go to 225, 250 on some good volume. This would be one of those that I don't know if it has options or not, but this is one of those that you definitely could purchase some shares. And if it raises up about 75 cents, maybe 50 cents or more, you can get some shares for pretty cheap and make a nice little penny, $50 profit, maybe even $100 profit if the volume was along with it and it was strong. So I'm definitely interested in this one for a potential just quick money play that's fairly cheap. And I'm interested in this one, Rumble. I like this one moving into earnings. I think they're going to surprise some people. It's a very unknown company, and it's in the EV sector, but I do like what I'm seeing, and I do like what I'm hearing when I research on Rumble. So I'm interested to see how this does. I think if, EV sector does fairly well, we get some movement on Tesla to the bullish side, and we get some other sentiment for the EV sector rolling along. I think Rumble rides on the coattails and does fairly well moving into earnings. potentially even through earnings, as long as they can show the numbers that are gaining, strength, and they got the growth to go with it, forward thinking. Now, just some other stocks that have my interest going into this week and even looking a little bit further out. Now, I'm paying attention to this week expiration when I'm looking at options, but I'm also looking at going into shares long, buying on some dips and dollar cost averaging in. And I won't hesitate for going a little bit further out, especially if the market looks like it wants to turn and reverse to the bull side, but it's being held down a little bit. I would be thinking that looking towards a week, maybe 2 weeks, even a month, if the price is right on certain options, would be a good idea. FedEx is one of my particular stocks I'm paying attention to. They do have earnings this week, but I also like the stock at the level where it's at. I think that it holds this level currently, and we start to push to the upside. Now, do I think we're going to break and make a new high? I don't know if I give it that much, but I think we start tracking up towards that high over there to test it, and then probably come for a little cool down and a pull off after people start to profit take. So definitely look for the jump and then look to catch it on the dump. CVX. So we already know that oil is going to slightly pull back this week, and I like CVX for a little bit of a downward swing. I think it's plausible to see CVX push and test back down towards 167, maybe even 165 before the next run up. So I am a little bearish on CVX moving into this week, but I'm bullish on it long term. Another one, XOM. Now, XOM did have its pullback already, and it's kind of weird because XOM and CVX are in the same sector, but they've been trading kind of oddly. So I think if CVX has a slight pullback, we might see some pressure on XOM going up to the bullish side and vice versa. So I'm definitely paying attention to it. That's something I've noticed between XOM and CVX is one will run and one will dump, and then it'll flip-flop. The other one will run and the other one will dump. So I'm definitely paying attention to that, seeing if that pans out this week, and if we can catch that particular trend and make some money, that's even better. I'm looking at Apple this week. I'm thinking, when's enough for Apple? I think we're going to see Apple turn around and start making a bull run, okay? They got a lot of products coming out, a lot of unveilings, a lot of good information about Apple products coming. I think people find this area for Apple appealing, and they'll start to buy into it. So I think that it'll probably run at least and try to test the higher 156 and 158 area, and I wouldn't be surprised if we start to creep back up into the 160s. Another one I'm interested in is Snap. I think Snap pulls back a little bit, tests that bottom level around that $29 area, and then we start to see a jump. Okay, Snap is another one that I have a lot of good bullish movements long term on this one. I think the CEO is very intelligent. I think the business is sound, and I think what they're doing is going to make money for them revenue-wise moving forward. But I do think they pull back a little bit and then they start to bounce from there. So I would not be surprised to see a lower 29s, maybe even a $28 area, and then a quick reversal with some pressure because people buy into it, and then we could see the $30, maybe even $31 by the end of the week. We talked about in the article, Oracle. Now, Oracle pulled back a little bit after it ran up and jumped. It still got a buy signal on the daily, but just barely. I think Oracle pulls back on this article a little bit, and then it probably will reverse, and then we'll start to try to test that higher level. So I'm definitely interested in paying attention to Oracle this week. Again, I think short term, Monday coming out the gate, or even in the Tuesday, we see a little bit of a pullback, and then we see that reversal to trying to test those higher levels. And then Microsoft. I think Microsoft is at a buy level down here. I think we cooled down last week too much. I think people are going to start buying into it, and we start headed back up to the 290s this week. I wouldn't be surprised to see a 15, maybe even a $20 move this week in Microsoft to the bull side. So I'm definitely paying attention to this, and I would love to catch this on a big dip at opening bell, catch it in the low, and then ride this thing up for a nice $15 run going into the end of the week. All right, so let's talk about what classes we got near term coming at you. Well, we just did this class today, but I want to highlight it again because it was a fantastic class. And if you missed the live class, you could pick up the historical class right from the website. So go there today, check it out. This class was fantastic and will be a valued resource in your portfolio if you want to learn how to utilize multiple indicators and when to use them and how to use them in particular stock market conditions. This was a fantastic class, and at $15 a pop, this one is something definitely to put in your repertoire. And this class, we changed it up a little bit. This class is the same class that was originally avoiding pitfalls on 20 March, but we changed it up. We went with a different theme that we wanted to capture people's, sentiment and kind of hit the trader's war room type of mentality. So we went with the art of the trade, and basically our 7-figure mentor is kind of taking an art of war by Sun Tzu type of strategy where you're going into battle before and during your battle, and he's going to teach you guys the strategies that he's been using for years that's made him a multi-millionaire to stay consistently winning. Fantastic class. It's going to be great. I hope to see you guys there. And at $15 to have a multi-millionaire show you how to make your wealth and how to make your fortune in the future is a steal. All right, and that's the video, guys. Don't forget to check us out on traderswarroom.com, the one-stop shop hub for all products and services Trader War Room has to offer. Hope to see you guys on the Traders War Room Discord, the true one-stop shop, man. We are doing great things over there, and we have truly something for everybody. I want you guys to remember that Traders War Room looks at the stock market like a war zone. Stocks and sectors are our battle. We do it together as a team. Attack, conquer, destroy, and we're always going to war. Now, if that sounds like something you want to get in on, then all I got to say to you is follow me, and let's go to war together.